Check out this Volvo L120H. It's been used by a local municipality. Pretty good shape, tires, everything of that nature. The machine has been worked in salt, but actually the paint and everything is holding up really good. I mean, I've seen other brands and they don't hold up quite as nice. So let's go take a peek around the engine bay. I did check the engine oil and coolant. Coolant's a little low. Engine oil is good. And you check your engine oil right there is your fill. This one has been serviced by the dealership Alta since new. This little rubber here, it's the open and close. Sorry, paintings. It's open. And it goes. That's your after treatment system. Up there from the ground, you can see your hydraulic oil. Excuse me, fluid levels, I guess you should say. I think if you pop the other side, you can tilt that forward. So clean it out, you can see the radiator looks good for that package. Clean it back up. That's a neat little feature. I still think I'm looking for, the rust. How bad is it? Doesn't look too bad. I mean, look at your hose ends. She's been holding up really well. Underneath, that's all stuff that can be blasted and painted. Again, small minor stuff. Not really looking like the hoses are. They're rusted and tarnished. The engine bay looks very nice. And you can see we're a little bit low in coolant. We get topped off. Near future. Again, there's another engine door latch. So 23.5 R25 Bridgestone tires. Decent life left. I'd say you're 30-40%. Have to be a matching set. Bad again, looking at some of that, the surface, that's not bad. This machine is working in a northern climate, so until that auto greaser's been working. Kind of looking around, seeing what we got. Not bad. You look at the arms, like the other side, there's a little rust. For me, it's surface rust. You can sand it down, blast it, and paint it. For what it's been doing, actually it's held up remarkably well. Some of the fittings right there. Again, those are going to be changed out. Cylinders look good and dry. Not seeping or dripping down on the machine. It looks pretty clean right here. all minor stuff. See the coupler, put it, remove the bucket, set it there, so one pins. Yeah, the coupler's working correctly, but it didn't lock all the way. Another lock. You can see that's surface rust. Yeah, so I mean, most of the stuff, this machine's been used to load salt into salt trucks and plow trucks. You can tell it's all up really well. Some rust in the back end where the tires kick it up, but overall, I'm very impressed. You know, with the rust and everything, the paint, how well it's held up. The cylinder looks dry. Again, the tires, you got Bridgestones, 23.5s. Over here, just on the low side. This machine can do for a service. Got the Volvo auto greaser. So this one's set to a timer, and every so often it'll squirt and it'll shoot grease out to all the different fittings. Like it'll shoot through the lines up to there. That way you don't have to remember to do that. Here's your power on and off. Hit that down, shut your power off. Let's go ahead. Drop that hood. On down. The nice little things about the Volvo is the different, you know, where you can grab on the different handles, like right here, up there, the door handle, that handle, this little grab handle, the railing up top. When you're climbing around on these, you can really feel safe. Push it down, close her up. Little things the Volvo does, you know, it's simple, but the machine catches on fire. You know, it does happen, whatever brand. Things do happen, but that gives you an easy point to put some fire extinguisher in there if the machine's not equipped with fire suppression. So, alright, let's climb up into the cab. Some things I look for is how clean it is. The cab, you can tell, has been clean. You know, it comes with different fluid tubes. And one thing that's kind of nice when you look at these, when you look at the machine, you see all the manuals. I mean, there's several books, the parts manuals. I mean, it tells you that you know, somebody took care of the machine. One thing Volvo doesn't have a shortage of in their wheel loaders is their air tubes, you know, for heat and AC. So in the wintertime, you can really direct that hot air to defrost the windows. You see some more back here. Surprising there's no one over there, but this machine's multi-lever control. It's got third valve on it. So that's your loader up and down, your tilt of your bucket, and then that's third valve. So if you had an angle blade or something of that nature. Excuse me. Alright, let's go ahead and start her up. Yeah, just like I said earlier, the attachment lock was open, so it's showing that. We'll go ahead and show the full level as well. We know that. We just checked it. What we're going to do is we're going to back up. Things, so this raises the boom up. Down. So this tilts the bucket back. forward. And then this, you can hear the engine kind of bog down when you do it. So that's your third valve. You can see the lines kind of flexing a little bit. Let's get hooked up. You kind of feel it, and then with this you want to do a safety test just to make sure it's hooked onto the machine. You don't want to fall off and get anybody hurt. So one way you can tell that is when you go down to engage. If it wasn't, if the pins down there weren't hooked, then you would, the bucket would slide away from the machine. But now when I do the test, it actually picks the front of the machine up, so that means the machine's secured and locked and all that. So that's a good thing. You look at the backup camera. Working. Different, cabin controls. The different switches, your lights, your boom suspension, your ride control, as some other brands call it. This is your emissions control, right there.
As the weather warms up, and don't forget our
the weather is warming up. A place for your CB radio. Haven't noticed any issues with it. Any major ones for that matter. It needs a service on it. Transmission fluid needs to be adjusted a little bit. Coolant needs a little top off. It'll probably get us a nice service. But yeah, not a bad little machine. That's kind of what you got here.